Welcome back to the Gnostic Chef, and welcome to America, where the land is rich and so are the people. Or at least that's what the dream would have you thinking. And why do they call it that? An American dream. Maybe because you'd have to be asleep to see it. Very fun pun on words. I think that if we were just intellectually enough sound in body and mind, we'd pick up on these things. But it's almost as if a bunch of 14-year-old intellectual minds came together and wrote all of this stuff out and started snickering and giggling to each other while they said, I wonder if they'll figure this shit out. Anyways, so we live in the land of the black and white, right? It's either the red and the blue. We just changed the color scheme. You get two choices. Now, if I only gave you two choices, can you consider that to be free will? And if so, could you please explain to me in comments how that is? It's the same subject matter when I talk about a fish in a fishbowl. Now, that fish obviously has its own free will to go and swim to each side of that tank he wants, anytime he wants, but it is still limited. He gets free will within a designated area. We're exactly the same thing as that fish in that bowl. Our bowl's just quite a bit larger. We can only do in whatever we can here. I honestly believe that the only time we leave this realm is whenever we're going to the next. So, while we swim around in this fishbowl, do we have free will? I'd have to argue that there is a will, but not free in its sense. You're still locked into a certain set of guidelines or rules. In that case, free will is kind of just an idea. I always thought that it was more or less like the consciousness coming in from the top of the hill. A whole bunch of water, it streams down into different tributaries and streams. Those streams all collect again back into the ocean. That's us. Coming down, source, into the fountain, down the mountain. Streaming off so it can experience this world on its trip, on the journey, back to the one big body known as the ocean, where all collections of bodies of water come back together, only to repeat this cycle. Now, all I'm doing with these images is to show you that these people are just people, and most of the time that they're starting their own religions. Throughout time, we've had the black and white explain to us where we find God. We had the black and white explain to us where we found salvation or salvagehood, so that way we can be corrected through their correctional courses that they've offered us, being the penal codes and policies that they've now enforced through corporation. If you have to pay for something, it's no longer a right. So when you pay for your license and things, it's not a right anymore. It's a privilege. You might argue that it must be a privilege. It should be a privilege, or whatever you'd like to think, but that's fine on you. But for me to move my property from point A to point B shouldn't be infringed by nobody. Now, if you want to be one of the caged animals, like the tiger in the zoo, tiger must like that, right? He must enjoy his cushion job where he sits and does nothing, but enjoy free food, free healthcare. It's got the best medical, I'm telling you, top of the line medical. Those tigers live about half the age as the ones that live out in the wild. Now, that wild tiger might have a harder time, but he's definitely going to live longer and probably be a stronger animal because of it. Your rough times and tribulations are just there to make you a stronger person. Don't misconstrue these things, or else you might start doing the victimhood thing. You can be a victim if you'd like. It's definitely a course you can take. We had martyrdom in religion. Dying for a subject is definitely not new to us. So if you want to find that hill and you want to die on that, you go right ahead. This black and white realm, like I said, through the court systems and the bar associations and everything, is the black and white realm would be the paper realm, where you'll find all of the problems. We like to create our own, but that's just a part of the civilized nature. And so civilization is the root or the crux to all of the issues, in my opinion. But we can go and find solutions by stop depending on each other, just start helping each other, but not expect from each other. This is what Christ was doing. He was giving out things without expectation of ever receiving it back. Christmas is a funny setup. I think this kind of helped us not see these ideas being that you get a gift to receive a gift, or you give a gift to receive a gift. Not on all cases, but that gift can be even the gift of that happiness you see from that person. They don't have to give you physical things. You're expecting that they'll be excited to see the gift. That's your gift, even if you don't get one. Like, so the people that are like, oh, I just like giving. Yeah, you like giving because you receive the prana that they give back. If they just fucking were like ignored you, you'd stop. I guarantee it. So, really think about it. Is there a difference there? Is there? I don't think so. Just as if the death to silence is me here talking on this microphone, or giving you information is a way of destroying a secret. Those things would be the devastation to those two items, but they are not evil or different in any way. It's just what it is. I hope you enjoyed. I figured tomorrow we'll talk about something else. But before I go, do you not notice the similarity between the two churches? Church of Science and then the Church of Religion. Those two things, they're creating on their own, but they're both synonymous. It seems as if the transition into this new age is going to be the scientific age, where it transitions into the main focal front of the religious background. If you look at this, there's a lot of faith in science. A lot of faith out there that you have to just believe in what they're saying. And this is why we find trouble. It's hard to just believe men in black coats and pretend that they are the all-seeing eyes, or the ones that understand and comprehend these things deeper than we do, so we need them to explain it to us. Stop looking for other men to explain things to you and start looking for your own answers. The government is one body. It's one bird. It's a left and a right wing to one animal. It's mom and dad. Mom comes in nice, dad comes in hot. Pretty easy, but they both go to the same bedroom at the end of the day. Don't forget, they're playing you. Maybe next time. Maybe food, not sure. Probably food for thought. It's always going to be one of the two. I appreciate everyone that stopped in today to view the video. Maybe if you can, give it a like. If you want to share it and see if someone else would like it as well, please do. Feel free. I appreciate everyone. You guys are great. Have a blessed day.